All right. Sorry about that. Am I still muted? Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. All right. I think I'm all right. I guess I'm just going to start over. Uh, as I said to begin the chat, hopefully uh, everyone can hear me now. I see that Graham has got me up there. Uh, Before I start, I'm going to give a shout out to uh, some of the folks that are here and are texting: Jonathan, Sean Browning, Graham, and Dev Finch. Most appreciate your support. Uh, Back to it. Once again, we are going to have a 3-game set against the Rays at Yankee Stadium. Tonight, the Rays are going to send up Ryan Pepiot versus Max Fried. For Game 2, it's going to be Zach Littell versus Clark Schmidt. And for Game 3, it's going to be Taj Bradley versus Will Warren. So you got jokes today, Graham. All right, Roger that. On the season, the Rays are 14 and 17, and they are fourth in the AL East. In the last 10 games, they are 5 and 5, and they are currently on a 3-game losing streak. Their road record this season is 5 and 4, and their home record is 9 and 13. Against teams with a greater than 500 record, the Rays are 7 and 12. Currently, their run differential, i.e., the runs they score versus the runs that are scored against them, is a +3. For the season series, the Rays are 5 and 5 with 5 series wins versus the Rockies, the Pirates, the Braves, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres. Their series losses are to the Rangers, Angels, Red Sox, Yankees, and the Royals. This is a team that I think is better than their record actually indicates. They're playing in foreign stadium for their home games, Steinbrenner Field. And I think when we faced up against them, it was actually an advantage for the Yankees, and possibly could be a similar effect with this series, them coming to Yankee Stadium. Our New York Yankees are currently first in the AL East. They have a 2-game lead over the Red Sox. In our last 10 games, we are 5 and 5. Then the team is currently on a 1-game losing streak, having coughed it up to the Orioles in the last game of the set. Hey, Jason, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it, brother. Our team's home record is a 10 and 5, while our road record is even at 8 up. Against teams with a greater than 500 record, the Yankees are 10 and 8 on the season, and our team run differential is a +52, which basically is telling you that we score a lot of runs, and when we lose, it's not generally by a big difference. This season, our series record is a 5 and 5, and we have losses to the Diamondbacks, the Tigers, Giants, Guardians, and O's. Most all of those teams are going to be postseason contenders or in the postseason, so that's a concerning thing for me. Our series wins are against the Brewers, the Pirates, the Royals, Rays, and the Blue Jays. Some teams that play us hard we tend to have problems with them, and some teams that aren't, frankly, very good. I see that CT has joined the stream. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Uh, Important news for the Yankees for this particular series is that Jazz Chisholm was placed on the 10-day IL, and the Yankees have recalled Yorbid Vivas as his replacement. Question for me. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Question for me is, Vivas actually going to be utilized? Is he going to play for our team this year? He was up for 6 games earlier in the season, and he didn't touch the field. He didn't get into the batter's box. I'm hoping that that's not the case. It would be nice for us to see exactly what we have. Concerns for me with regard to the team coming into this series. Actually, I'll start with the last series. The Orioles series is a series that the Yankees should have, without a doubt, taken, if not even swept. We had 2 very dud starts from Will Warren and Carlos Carrasco. Basically, both those guys pitching performances didn't make it out of the 4th inning, and stressed our bullpen. And frankly, had us behind the gun from pretty much Jump Street. This series with Max Fried on the bump, I'm fairly confident, that he'll be able to handle business. Max is an outstanding pitcher and has adapted well to being the ace for the Yankee staff. Then we have Clark Schmidt, and understood that he's only had a few starts coming back to the league, and he's behind as he's behind from his spring training injury. However, that doesn't help the bullpen out. And if you look, we have Marcus Stroman on the shelf. If he was to come back, would he actually be better than Carrasco or Warren? I'm not. He could actually be worse. So it's hard to say. But we have Cole out for the season, so he's not coming back. We have Luis Heel, who has started his throwing regimen, so I'm not sure of the timeline when he's going to be back. We have some decent bullpen arms that are working their way back too. So there is help, but we're only going to be able to stay competitive so long as our bullpen is healthy. All right, Mario, I'm going to bring up one of your comments. Why even try Stroman again? The guy makes me pray. Now, the question that I have for you, Mario, do you not pray every time that Cookie Carrasco touches the bump? And how are your feelings about Will Warren when he's out there? To me, personal sentiment with regard to Will Warren, he's like a yo-yo. He throws one good game, then he throws a horrible game. He's back and forth, very inconsistent with his innings, and he's a detriment to the bullpen. Carrasco, I don't think, has gone 5 innings but 1 start that he's had this season, and he's given up a truckload of runs. He had one game that hey, FJ, welcome to the stream, that he pitched fairly well in, but it was only a 5-inning game. when we look at the team that we are facing, uh, we have Ryan Pepiot coming up for tonight's game. Pepiot last faced the Yankees on April the 20th. He took the loss in the game. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, walked one batter, and gave up 3 earned runs. He had 7 strikeouts, one of the Achilles heels for our Yankees. His actual last start, which was on April the 26th, was against the Padres. He got the win. He went 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 earned run, and he had 3 strikeouts. So he handled a very potent lineup and a team that has been on a hot streak since the beginning started. We'll bring up a comment from Jason Custudio. Curious to see how Volpe does. The Rays pitched him well last time. Jason, when Volpe was facing him, he was in the midst of a 7 for 56 hitting streak, so he was definitely on the downhill trend when we locked up with him, and they certainly got the best of him. But over the last 6 games, he's hitting very, very well, and he goes from a 900 OPS down to a 300 OPS in the blink of an eye. So how he adjusts, I don't know. Do I think he'll hold his own? I certainly do. So hopefully his trend of solid hitting will continue for the duration of this particular series. Pepiot, like I said, we saw him and beat him in Tampa. He features 5 pitches, a 4-seam fastball that he's running up at about 94 miles an hour, a change, a slider, a cutter, and a curve. He's got good movement on his off-speed pitches. He has good extension, which means that his fastballs particularly look a little 1 to 2 miles an hour faster than they actually are. He has a high chase rate and a high whiff rate. When you look at his negatives, he's about league average for close to every measurable category. So he doesn't really have a defined weakness. But once again, he is going up against the Yankee ace, Max Fried, this evening. Can I guarantee a win with Fried tonight? Well, no. Hell no, I can't do that. Pitchers have off nights. It happens. I'm going to make note of one particular Tier 1 pitcher that took a loss yesterday. And that would be Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens actually walked 3 batters in an inning. Haven't seen that in his major league career. And then a couple of innings later, he gave up 3 home runs in a single inning. And like I said, he ended up taking the loss. As I was looking at the game, he just didn't seem to have a good feel for his pitches, and he left a lot of stuff out over the middle of the plate. And I don't give a damn if you're throwing 98 miles an hour. If it doesn't move, it's going to get hit. So could Max Fried have one of those nights? It's possible. The game 2 pitcher that we're going to be matching up is Zach Littell. Zach Littell's last start was against the Padres. He did earn the win. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 1 batter, gave up 2 earned runs, and struck out 1. And I'm going to bring up a comment from CT. I'd never seen Skeens look that bad, to be honest. He definitely was not himself. I will agree with that one wholeheartedly. And comment from Jason. I just checked. Actually, I missed it. I just checked, and I have not. They don't have a lineup released. I'm interested in seeing it. Also, I'd like to see if we're actually going to play Vivas since we called him up. And I see Joe from NY Yankees Mania in the channel or in the chat. So thank you for coming on board. Back to Zach Littell. He features 5 pitches. He is a slider, splitter. He runs up a 4-seam fastball that's about 92 miles an hour or so ballpark. He has a sinker and a sweeper. His pluses are he has a decent chase rate and he has a low walk rate. He does have a Marcus Stroman / Cookie Carrasco Achilles heel. He is very, very dependent on significant movement on his pitches. If he doesn't have it, people tend to barrel him at a very high rate, and the hard hit rate is also very high. And he is going to be facing up against Clark Schmidt. Schmidt's last outing wasn't too impressive. He did manage to get up to, I want to say 90 pitches, so he is approaching the stretched out port where he may be starting to improve. And let's see. Mario, I want to see the guy we got from the Braves. All right, Mario, he's an outfielder. Where exactly do you want to see him at? I know we added him to the 40-man roster. He's not on the 26. So is there an outfielder that you want to see go down? If so, who is that, and where do you want to play him at? And bring a Graham comment. If they don't play Vivas, it's another option they've wasted. If they're not careful, they could turn him into another Peraza. Yankees are not great on prospect management. We tend to hold on to those guys a little bit too long, and when it comes time to move them, their value is freaking shot. Weather's going to play a big part of this weekend starting tomorrow. Sunday's really not good. Well, here we go again. Happy weekend. Thanks, Joe. I know the weather for tonight's game time is supposed to be 78 degrees with low wind. I see that CT has got freaking jokes again. Replace Judge with him. Judge is overrated anyways. Are you taking pain meds, CT? Are you okay? Do you need help? I have a comment from Sean. I've got to go to work. Special event, but I believe Judge will homer. Cody will break out tonight. Max will shove the Yankees and win 7-2. Well, that would be a beautiful thing, Sean. Definitely. Uh, and the last pitcher that we're going to have facing us is Taj Bradley. Uh, Bradley faced the Yankees on April the 17th. Uh, uh, he took the loss against our boys. He went 6 innings. He had 9 hits, or he gave up 9 hits. He walked 4 batters. He gave up 6 earned runs. He had 3 strikeouts. In his last start, he faced up against the Royals. It was one of their 3 losses. He took the loss in the game. He pitched 7 innings. He gave up 5 hits, walked 3 batters, only gave up 2 earned runs, and only had 2 strikeouts. I don't know if you remember, but Bradley is the albatross in their bullpen because almost every one of their uh, every one of their pitchers features the same 5 pitches. Bradley happens to only throw 4 pitches. He relies on a four-seam fastball that has some giddy up on it, 96, 97 mile an hour run. He throws a splitter, a cutter, and a curve. Uh, he has a lot of run on his breaking and off-speed pitches. So players don't tend to barrel him up too much, and his fastball velo is pretty near the top of the league. If you look at Bradley's weaknesses, they don't. If you're looking at Baseball Savant, he truly doesn't have a weakness. Uh, just as an observer for me, uh, if I was to class a weakness for Taj Bradley, I tend to think that he has nice velocity on his fastball, but he tends to put it right over the heart of the plate. And without the movement, the major leaguers are starting to catch up with that velocity, and they are hitting the hell out of it. So that could bode well for us, especially at Yankee Stadium. And he's going to be facing Will Warren. The last time Will Warren faced the Rays, he made 1 2/3 inning and got pumped. Did he have a bad start? He gave up 1 earned run. He threw 40 pitches in the second inning. And I personally think that the umpire was squeezing the strike zone, and the umpire screwed him more times than you can shake a stick at. Hopefully he gets better calls tonight. Hopefully it's not like his Baltimore outing where he actually throws breaking balls that don't break right into the middle of the plate and are very slow. His last outing, he gave up a solo home run and a 3-run home run. That is it with regard to the matchups. I'm going to open the panel up and invite anyone up to come and give a holler. Let's see. Control V. And if you haven't, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Glad to see you hop in there, Real Bill. Appreciate the support, brother. And if you think that this content is valuable, share it with your friends, your families, your neighbors. Right now, I think we're at 82 subscribers, so I'd like to be somewhere near 100 sometime soon. But if we don't get there, we don't get there. I will continue broadcasting, and hopefully people continue watching. I enjoy doing it, and I hope you folks enjoy listening and participating. All right. Let's look at the Rays' rating for pitching stats. Uh, Currently, the Rays are ninth in ERA in the league with a 3.57 ERA. They've allowed 41 home runs this season, and we saw that when we played them, and that ranks them 25th in the league. Their whip is a 1.18, which is sixth, and batting average against them is a 235, which is very good, very good, and has them at 12th. Their big gun pitcher this season is Shane Baz, and we will not be facing him. If you look at their number two pitcher, that's going to be the pitcher that we face tonight, Ryan Pepiot. He is currently holding a 4.24 ERA with 34 strikeouts. The wins leader is Shane Baz. And if we look at their offensive numbers, team is hitting currently 248, which places them 11th in the league. They have 121 runs scored, which is 19th in the league. They've only hit 27 home runs and 27 home runs, which has them 19th in the league. Their on-base percentage is a 313, which is 16th in the league, and their slug is a 381, 19th in the league. So offensively, this team has a hard time scoring, and they're not really overpowering. Bring up a John the Beagle Dad comment. I just want to know something. Are the umps going to rob Judge of another home run in this series? Well, there are no palm trees sitting in the outfield, and the foul pole actually goes up quite high. So I don't think that we're going to have the same metric playing across the board. If you look at the hitting leaders, Jonathan Aranda is the team leader with a 308 batting average. For those of you that didn't know, I did a play-by-play yesterday on the Yankee off day. It was the Diamondbacks and the Mets, and Real Bill happened to be one of the guys in the stream watching. Sorry I couldn't get back to the play-by-play yesterday, Ken. We both knew that Soto was about to unload, and he did. He hit two pretty solid opposite field home runs to tally for all of the runs. Graham comment: if the umps did that to Judge in the Bronx, they'd get lynched. The one thing about the Rays that is impressive is their speed in the outfield. They made some pretty hellacious plays, including diving onto the warning track and catching balls, going up into the stands and robbing home runs. I think they got one from Rice and they got one from Goldschmidt, and very, 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 very solid defensive outfield. Junior Caminero is the second high average on their team with a 256. Caminero leads the team in home runs, followed by Aranda, Lau, and Yandy Diaz, all with 4 pop. Brandon Lowe has 15 RBIs, followed by Diaz and Aranda with 14, and Caminero with 13. So they've got some guys that can drive runs in. Whether they get on base, that's going to be their cross to bear. For our New York Yankees, our pitching metrics are getting better. It's hard to believe. I don't know how they're getting better, but they are. Currently, our team's ERA is a 3.72, and that places us 11th in the league. We've allowed 30 home runs, which has us at ninth. The team WHIP is a 1.20, which has us at seventh. And batting average against our team is a 204, which is the best in the league. Real Bill comment. The Rays bother the hell out of me. They are dangerous. If we don't hit the field running, they will hand us our arses. And Bill, that is not an untrue statement. The Rays have been problems for us for 10 years, and they always play us tough, no matter where they are in the standings. And then a Graham comment. Maybe Jazz's spell on the IL will get his head in gear, and he'll stop swinging for the fences. Graham, I'm just going to put this one out for you, brother. Jazz is who Jazz is. Through Jazz's career, he's been a guy that has a little bit of pop in his bat. He's got great speed, but he strikes out a ton. And he's been doing this for the Diamondbacks organization, and he's a great glove guy. And he was doing it there in Miami. I don't think the Leopards is going to change his spots regardless of how much time he spends on the IL. He is who he is. I'm going to go into our batting statistics. Our team batting average is a 267, which is first in the league. We have scored 177 runs. That's second in the league. Home runs, we've hit 53 as a team. That's first in the league. Our on-base percentage is a 351, first in the league. And our slug is a 478, first in the league. We spend a lot of time complaining about offense, but the numbers don't lie. The team can score a bunch of runs. They have, like a roller coaster, highs and lows. Our team batting average leader, as everyone knows, is Aaron Judge, hitting a unbelievable 427 on the month, actually for the season. Followed up with a guy that a lot of fans had questions and were not happy signing, and that's Paul Goldschmidt. But he has been a godsend here in the Bronx, giving us stability at first base and consistent contact. He's not hitting the long ball, but I wouldn't expect him to. Ben Rice is hitting 266, and he is coming down to earth. Pitchers have obviously made their adjustments to him. He's seeing a lot of high outside fastballs, and he's not catching up with them. The team home run leader is Aaron Judge with 11 home runs, or 10 home runs. It should be 11. Followed by Grisham and Rice, both with 8, and Jazz with 7. Our RBI leader is Aaron Judge with 32 RBIs, followed by Anthony Volpe with 19 RBIs, and then Austin Wells and Jazz Chisholm both have 17. With regard to our baseball team and the pitching numbers, Max Fried has 5 wins on the season, which has him as the highest win pitcher in the major leagues. Max Fried's ERA is a 1.19, which is also the best in the American in baseball. Uh, Carlos Rodon has 52 strikeouts on the season. That's the best in baseball. So we've got some guys that are sitting at the top of the rotation that are very good. All right. Obviously, Jazz is a topic of discussion, so we're going to address Jazz. Jazz better come back from CT with a better play approach. Stop swinging for the fences on every pitch thrown your way. Get on bases so we can take advantage of your base running. Don't disagree with you there. Graham, can we not try the Willie Mays Hayes approach with Jazz? Push-ups every time he strikes out, or tell him no long johns in cold weather if he keeps striking out. I'd like to see that one. I'd like to see him drop at the plate and start doing push-ups for a pop out in the infield. Real Bill, without Judge and Goldie, we'd be under the Mendoza line. The team hitting this season has been inconsistent. Our situational hitting is better than it was last year, which isn't saying a hell of a lot. Something that Bill and I made comment about yesterday during the Diamondbacks game. The Diamondbacks had bases loaded twice with one runner out, or one out, and a third time with 2 outs. Do you know how many runs they scored in those 3 innings with the bases loaded? I will tell you, none, not a single run. I was having flashbacks of last year's dilemma. Every time we had runners in scoring position, we couldn't seem to do anything right. And the Diamondbacks had multiple strikeouts and infield fly rules during the game. That is not what I'm hoping to see here against the Rays. All right, we're coming close to the 45-minute mark. I'm going to drop the link once again. If nobody wants to come up, I'm going to throw out some info notes for you, and then I'll close the stream down. Tonight, Joe from NY Yankees Mania is going to be doing the pregame and postgame shows for the Yankees this evening. Pregame is going to start at 6:15 and we'll end sometime prior to game commencement. The post-game show is going to be on within a couple of minutes of the end of the game. If you have, and I'm going to be being on those streams with them. If you haven't signed up for NY Yankees Mania, take the time out and do it. You're going to find some worthwhile content. All right, I see Joe in there. I'm going to bring him up real quick. Hey, Joe. Are we echoing?
Yep, we have the echoing again, Ken. Amazing.
Like I said, we will be doing the pregame and postgame, and I will be on there with Joe. He'll be hosting it, so we won't have technical difficulties like we seem to have every time I'm on the damn stream with them. But if you haven't signed up for NY Yankee Mania, he's got a prize thing coming up with when he hits 100 subscribers. I think he might be at 90, so it's not too far away. And he's got a format that he's going to give out a special prize to the winner. We'll talk about that on a stream. I know one of the things is you have to be a member, subscribed, and I got screwed because he won't let content creators win. So that's a travesty. Although I don't take them anyhow, so I don't even participate. However, we've been working together here for about a week or so, and we have a good rapport, a lot of good conversations, and we talk Yankee baseball. Real BLP's got you. Joe's giving away a free vacation to the Amazon jungle. A weekend with cannibals. Might consider renaming the show to the old folks show, or the corporate knowledge show, or I remember when. All right. Joe, I think we're going to have to try to do maybe earbud or headphones or something. Figure that out, because that's my gut instinct is telling me that's where the feedback is coming from. But let me go over this real quick. Game time tonight is going to be at 7:05. For tomorrow's game, the game time is 1:05. And game time for Sunday is going to be at 1:35. Joe and I have called a few play-by-plays, and we may do one sometime during the weekend. So keep your eyes out for notification, and come join if you feel like it. We have a good time doing it, and it seems like the folks that are in the streams seem to enjoy the content that we put out there. And I will tell you, I'm going to end the stream at this point. It doesn't seem like Joe's coming back, and don't have any other takers. So I'm going to end with my customary "Let's go Yankees," and have a great day. Hold on a sec. Joe's popped back in. We're going to try it again. All right, Joe, you're back.
How you doing?
You have the echoing.
Unfortunately, it's the same thing. Yes, it's unbelievable.
All right, brother, I tell you what, I'm going to end the stream, and we can chat and see what we can figure out.